Hello and welcome to a new video. Today I would like to show you something. I was just across the Netherlands border, which is like a few minutes away from me, driving to a company called Teneo. You probably know them because they produce these soil moisture sensors. We are working closely with them, and I just ordered 6 of those. They are quite new. They have a new sensor element, which is different from before. It's super small and slim, and you can actually like more or less shoot it into the ground. They have specialized tools to dig small holes and insert it. Super great for optimization for installing these sensors. I got 6 of them because I want to use them in my location and to optimize watering of plants and green fields. Yeah, and today I would like to add them already to Datacake. Inu, the manager of Teneo, just handled over these devices, and she told me that all I need to do is add them. I think they run several years, but they are rechargeable. So she also got me, they are wireless chargeable, a charging pad, and she also told me that if I would like to let them join my LoRaWAN network, I just need to place them on the charging pad. So that's what we're going to do, and we're of course going to use the Datacake NS, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to onboard 6 of those sensors. I have got 6 of those here in the box. Of course, it could be also 20 or 90 or 100 or how many you ever would like to use. But let's add device. But let's start. First of all, I'm going to onboard them into my Simon's House workspace where I have a couple of projects and things. We click on add device. Next, we select LoRaWAN, then on next. And in the device templates, we can already search Teneo soil moisture sensor. There it is, latest template version. Click on next. And now we're going to select the Datacake LNS because everything can be done on Datacake and there's no need for an external LNS. Click on next. And now you are able to manually enter all these details or to upload a CSV file with all of these information preset. I created such a CSV file, so I'm now going to select it. I selected the file. It was read by our agent here, and you can see all these things are pre-populated. You can optionally set location and tags. We're not going to use this right now, so let's click on next. And I need to select a plan. I'm using one of my special codes here. Click on add 6 devices and they are now added to this workspace. Let me see. I'm going to also display the serial number in here. And the device that we're now going to use has the serial number or the dev EOI BD8 at the end. So it's that one here. You can see this is the template. It actually reads the moisture. It also has, I'm going to show you this. It has configuration fields for the minimum soil level, the maximum soil level, minimum temperature, and so on. Let's go back into the dashboard. And in here, we have all of these informations ready. I do have the pad here, and let's try to enable it by placing the sensor on the pad. Okay, I'm unable to show what happens right now. The pad just turned green, which indicates that the charging has started, and this should actually also trigger a join request. Yes, and we can see that this sensor now finally has joined. You can see all the things in the debug log, and we can also see that the first data has been submitted to the platform. Of course, we have a low moisture warning because this is not inserted into any soil. We have a high temperature, yeah, for sure, because I'm holding these things in my hand, and also I was putting these on the charging pad. But now let's continue and do the same thing with all the other sensors. This is number BD9. This one is BD6. This one is BD7. Going to do it over and over again. Okay, this one is BD number 5 or BD5. And last but not least, we have B87. So let's put this on the charging pad as well. Okay, let's check what the status says of all the other sensors. Let's go on to devices by clicking on the sidebar. And we can see they are now all online. Not all of them have transmitted some data yet or some just zero values, but at least we can see that they all have joined the network. They are online. That means they have at least one transmission of data. Let's reload and we probably can already see, okay, they are more and more reporting data. The reporting takes time because they need to collect and then send out the data. So this means they are ready now and we can deploy them in the fields and check our soil moisture status. There's something I would like to show you because there's an update that we have released today for our KGRAD, which makes it more easy to work with KPIs. There's more coming with KPIs, but in the meantime, we have some helper features for KGRAD. So these are now, you can see more and more data. Let's assume you would like to have the average soil moisture of all these sensors or the average temperature of all of these sensors. Before, it was quite complicated to get this done on Datacake. You also all know we have this tool called KGRAD. And in here, we have a couple of new nodes, the Datacake post, product stats, and device node. And we can use them now, actually, to work with KPIs more easy. For this, we're going to use the product stats node. Also, what we're going to do is inside of our workspace, we are going to create a new member or a new API user. We call this KPI user, for example. Add permissions, and we need the added device definition. Save, and we're going to copy this back into Datacake. Double click on the product stats, and then we need to add a new configuration. In here, we paste the token. Let's go into our workspace again, copy the workspace UUID, and paste this into this one here. And we call this soil moisture workspace. Add. Now we click on done, deploy. This is something that we need to do in order for the node to fetch all of these things. So now we've got all of the products available in our workspace. And we also have the Teneo soil moisture sensor in here. We can click on that, and then you can see it automatically connects or collects all of the fields available for the sensors. So now we are interested in moisture, temperature. This is what we are interested in. We can do some more, but we are interested in moisture and temperature. Click on done. Next, let's connect a debug node for output, and we also need a trigger node. Let's add this here. Click on deploy, and let's go into the debug log. And what we now can do is simply clicking on this timestamp here, and then you can see, okay, 6 devices, 6 are online. This is the fleet health KPIs. We have the moisture. Of course, all of them are at 0, so this is all 0, but we have the temperature, the minimum 24, maximum 29, and the average is 25. And as soon as there's more soil moisture data recorded, we can also see the averages and stuff like that. Yeah, and we can use this actually now to go to Datacake in our workspace, click on add device, we create an API device, click on next, we use a new product, and we call this soil moisture KPIs. Next, auto generate, yeah. Using my special code here, we can add this device and then click on this device. Now let's go into the configuration. Let's scroll down a little bit, and you probably already know we have this endpoint URL. Simply copy it, go to KGRAD, and there's more Datacake nodes, and there's like a device node and the device post. Let's create device post. Connect this to the product stats node, also to the debug node, so we can see the output, and then open up the configuration. In here, we need to paste the URL, and then we also need to copy the serial number from the KPI device and copy this serial or paste the serial number here. We can also call this KPI post, KPI device connector like this. Done. We can also give this a name, soil moisture KPIs. Yeah, and let's deploy once more. I'm going to refresh everything. Let's click this. Okay, Datacake was reporting thanks. This means I can now go into the soil moisture KPIs, reload, and what you're now going to see is in the suggested fields, you have all of the KPIs available. Let's create, first of all, the fleet health total devices, fleet health online devices, no. To make it short, I would like to just only have the average temperature, create the field, and I would like to have the average moisture. Of course, it's 0 again, so add the field. We can go into the dashboard. You can use also, it's now historically recorded. You can use various kinds of widgets like the value widget, data, and then average temperature. just going to add another one, value, data, average moisture. Setting both of them in here, Node-RED, and then triggering this again, and this holds or fetches the KPIs. And now I've got the group KPIs for all of the 6 sensors underneath here that I just added. We make it even more easy in the future. We have a great concept for it. Great, amazing concept for it. But this is the fastest way to do it right now. And these nodes are open source and available right now. If you want to do this on a regular thing, you want to pull it. You don't want to click this small button all of the time. You go into repeat, you say interval, and then you say like every 15 minutes, which is amazing. And then you have it ready and running. And this is now pulling the KPIs automatically. It works with any workspace, with any connection, just to let you know that we have this update here. And yeah, the sensors are ready. We can go onto devices. We see that more and more data is coming in here. Like it is the case that all of them are reporting the data. We can go into grid. We can see all of these values in here. You can now go ahead, create dashboards, things like that. What I'm now going to do is get outside and then place these sensors because I'm really interested in getting these values. That's it for now. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.